Cool, good day. Today I'm here with my navigator Ethan. What's good, Ethan? Cool. So we're gonna be going through chapter 10, leaving movie reviews. So yeah, let's have a look at what we did in chapter 10. So basically created the routes to post, put, and delete reviews. Post is for creating a review, put is for editing, delete is for deleting a review. So yeah, we start within our movies route.js, and then we work from there in order to add reviews, put, and delete. So let's have a look at what we're doing in this chapter. So basically over here we have these routes. So we set these routes over here, which is a post and put delete. So post is for adding a review. So let's start over here with this line of code. So basically making a post request, right, to basically add a specific review to the database. When that post request is made, right, so basically when that post request is made to this URL endpoint review, then API post review function is gonna be called from the reviews controller. That comes from our controllers.js over here, and this is basically the function that is called as soon as that request is made, which is API post review function. So it's the controller that basically handles that request, and basically you get the info for the request body by getting the movie ID as well as the review here. And what it also does is it uses the add review function within our reviews DAO. So our DAO basically helps with the interaction between the application and the database. So this add review function is called, so that's in our DAO reviews, and that is located over here. So this add review function, right, is what actually adds our review to the database. And Ethan, am I correct in saying this is the structure that it takes? So it takes a name, user ID, date, review, and movie ID. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you add a review, this is the review document that is added, which has the name, user ID, date, and review and movie ID. Then insert one function that basically inserts this one review document into the database. And yeah, that's what that does for adding the review. So making the post request. Then there's the put request over here. And then API update review function is called from the reviews controller. So within our reviews controller, here is the update function that is called, that controls the put request that we make. So you can see here it uses update review from reviews DAO, and basically it takes a review ID, user ID, the review, and the date. But when we go here to update review in our reviews DAO, that's what actually updates that review, and it uses update 1. Oh yeah, Ethan, this is, remember when you sent in the chat when you were doing the activity, you basically sent this function update 1. Yeah, it was similar to this.
It was an updated function.
Okay, I see. So it was pretty similar, possibly does the same thing. It just this is the actual function that updates the review. So here it has the user ID, and yes, if the review exits, filter with new review text and date. So yeah, and then returns update response, which is the updated review. If this try block doesn't run through, then this catch block runs and it shows an error saying unable to update the review. Then there's the delete one over here, which calls API delete review function. We find that also in our reviews controller over here. So it's basically deleting the review, but only if the correct user requests that makes that delete request, then it will delete the review. So the user IDs basically have to match essentially for the user who actually added that review. So it extracts that ID for the review that we want to delete, ensures that the correct user is deleting it, like I was just saying, so checks the user ID for that review. After that's deleted, then it logs deleting review with the specific review ID as well as the user ID. The review ID is basically referring to this over here. This is basically the review ID, which is the ID for that specific review that was added. Then it gives a JSON formatted response, which is status successful. So yeah, those are basically the routes there, but then the delete review function is used there, which is in the reviews DAO, and that's what actually deletes the review with this delete one function within it here. And yeah, you can see the ID, so the review ID like I mentioned, and the user ID, that the person who deletes that actual review. Is there anything else to add on that, bro?
No,
Oh good. Alright, yeah, that's basically a summary of chapter 10.